Hey, we're Snappers, this is Tortimer the Gray. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Gray version. Showdown was working quite a bit better this week, so we were able to actually do this week's challenge. Actually, I guess it was last week's challenge, but we were on a water route this week. You guys were all random trainers on a water route, and so I came in, hadn't made any changes to my team this week, didn't really seem real necessary. Given I felt like they worked pretty well last week, or the last time we did a challenge, and there was no like real definitive things that I felt like I needed to change. So I didn't. We came back in here with the same team into this water route, heading through the region, and Vornado's going to come in with the Hidden Power Grass to finish off the Quagsire, and Codeman 36 is going to go down. So thank you so much for joining the challenge this week, Codeman. Appreciate it. Code is actually recently joined the PXO server, which I am on as well, and I haven't recorded there in a little while, but that might be changing soon. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining the challenge, Code. Let's see what the rest of you guys had for us this week. Here we go. Alrighty, guys. Here we go. Battle number 2 up against the Espresso Cat. And E-Cat leads off with his Poliwrath. I lead off with Fumesy. That is the one deficiency of this team that I can really, if I, you know, the most obvious thing to me, at least in doing battles, I don't really have like a good lead. I mean, Fumesy is really as good as it seems to get. I'm like, well, there's lots of physical attackers. If I can get out and get a Will-O-Wisp up or something, then that would be great. But you know, besides that, I don't really have a good lead-off strategy. So you guys will probably see me using Fumesy a lot this week. The Gorbis comes in, Shell Smashes. I believe Fumesy is going to throw up the Will-O-Wisp again. When in doubt, Will-O-Wisp. So he throws that up, gets the burn off on the Gorbis. Now the Gorbis is going to be a special attacker anyway, so the burn's not going to do a ton besides progressive damage. But Depth Charge is able to come in and get the heal from that Scald. And so that works out nicely until that Ice Beam comes in, and the 2 times Ice Beam there does some good damage to our special wall there. Simba comes in, is going to take an Ice Beam as well. Fire typing helping out a little bit, but obviously with the 2 times speed from the Shell Smash, not going to be fast enough in order to get off the move there. But Simba goes down, and Gorbis is going to go down to burn damage as well. So that burn definitely ended up helping, at least with taking it out. Fumesy then comes in, switches into Vornado, who's going to take that Scald, and so then they're going to switch out. Armaldo's going to come in to take the Volt Switch, so then Rhinox is going to come in to face off against Armaldo. The Aqua Jet doing pretty good damage, but Rhinox able to do an Earthquake and then get out of there. Switching to Depth Charge, expecting the Aqua Jet again to get a little bit of health back, and then we throw up the Scald ourselves to take down the Armaldo. So that worked out pretty nicely for us. Mantine then going to come in, throw up the Air Slash. Ours seems to be doing more, and so that works out pretty nicely. Plus we've got the burn damage going, so we're going to leave Depth Charge in here to do some Air Slashes to the Mantine. And the burn should, I think, kill it this turn. Yep, there it goes. So E-Cat's Mantine goes down. Cacturne comes in. Going to switch into Blackavar. Cacturne sets up the Destiny Bond. I'm going to go for the Hone Claws here. The Drain Punch doing very little. The Sucker Punch comes and hits Blackavar hard, but the Poison Jab going to be able to come in and take down Cacturne when the Destiny Bond is not in effect. Maracactus comes in with the Hyper Voice, but the Poison Jab going to do work and take down the Maracactus there. So yeah, thank you so much, E-Cat, for participating in this week's challenge. I liked your Water Route team, really well done. Let's see what the rest of you guys have for us. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, battle number 3, we went up against Nougat, and Nougat has made a nice little water team for us to go up against here as well. So Fumesy leads off with the, Fumesy led off with a Will-O-Wisp, but Hakuna Matata had some ability that protected it from burn, or maybe putting up the rain fixes burn, I don't know. Anyway, it was able to get out of there, so I switched out of Fumesy into Vornado, and Vornado took a hard hit there. The Lantern coming in again, going to get burned. Not a lot of, you know, use there, but at least it's some progressive Pokemon, some progressive damage that we're dealing there, so that works out pretty nicely. Fumesy, being a physical wall, is doing pretty well in here against the special attacking Lantern. Rhinox going to come in, but Nougat predicts the switch there. I'm thinking, oh, Thunderbolt, I'll switch into somebody who's immune. But no, he's got that in the bag, and he goes ahead and just Hydro Pumps Rhinox in the face. At that point, Simba comes in with the Hidden Powered Grass, able to take out the Lantern finally. Fumesy comes in, is going to go down to a Stone Edge, which is unfortunate there, but it happens. Blackavar comes in, goes down to an Earthquake. So in pretty rapid succession, we lose a couple of Pokemon there. Sir Spuds comes in, going to take a critical hit Scald and get burned. So we get pretty lucky on that one there. They come in, set up the Shell Smash, but it's not going to be enough. Sir Spuds is going to go down to the burn damage this turn. So a little bit unfortunate there. We got really lucky with both the burn and the crit, and so there's that. Simba comes in at that point, throws up the Fire Blast, but it is going to miss. The Stone Edge is going to hit, so at least they get some good RNG. Our move hits or misses, and their move hits. So pretty lucky there. And then Vornado is going to go down. So despite the crit hacks on Sir Spud, Nougat is still able to pull out the win this week. So congratulations, Nougat. Thank you so much for participating again this week. Let's check out what the rest of you guys have. Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we go. Going up against Nurion here, and Fumesy immediately goes down to an overheat from the Pyroar, which is rough. Depth Charge then comes in. We throw out the Toxic, land that on the Lantern, and then Depth Charge is going to come back out. Rhinox is going to come in, take the Blizzard. So again, trying to predict the Thunderbolt there, and it just doesn't happen. And so Rhinox is going to get frozen and then get Blizzard again. So 2 Blizzards hit in a row, taking down Rhinox. At that point, Blackavar comes in. Blackavar is going to set up the Home Claws, and they're going to set up the Light Screen. I go for the Drill Run, expecting them to do some sort of setup there. They go for the Psybeam. I land the Poison Jab, get that stab damage, and take down Malamar. At that point, Mesprit comes in, throw up the Sucker Punch, do really good damage before the Psychic lands, and takes down Blackavar. Simba comes in at that point then. We throw up the Dark Pulse. The Samurott takes that no problem, kind of lapping in our face, so Simba comes back out. Depth Charge comes in to take the Aqua Tail there. So kind of nice to have, you know, somebody with Water Absorb when you've got at least 2 Pokemon super weak to water, especially on a water route, I guess, where you can pretty well count on some of that water stuff coming your way. At that point, going to switch Depth Charge out into Simba. Simba is going to stand there while Lantern heal bells, and then we throw up the Hyper Voice, and Lantern is going to go down. At that point, Mantine comes in. I'm going to bring Depth Charge back in as well. He seemed to be able to handle the Mantine pretty well in the last battle they went up against one, and so he's going to get health back from the discharge or from the dive. Going to avoid the Earthquake, obviously, and we get the Toxic damage up. Aerial Ace comes at us. And ours seems to be doing a little bit more damage again, so ours must be more special attack invested than most tend to be, because we seem to be doing more damage in general. Or more defensively, I guess, invested. I guess either one of those would be possible. Depth Charge gets all of its health back after taking out the Samurott. The Energy Bell comes at us from Mesprit and doesn't do a whole lot, but we were able to land the Scald, which almost kills. And we're going to be able to kill the Mesprit this turn, which is fantastic. Then we're going to see the Mantine come back out. They're going to go for the Dive, which I'm not really sure why, but gives us our health back. And we're going to be able to land that Air Slash with the Toxic damage compounding. Then they go back for the Aerial Ace. Oh, I guess I'm using Air Slash. Okay, I didn't notice that before. They were using Aerial Ace, which maybe is a weaker attack. I don't remember exactly. I think Aerial Ace is like 60 and Air Slash is 75 or something. But Depth Charge now is up against the Pyroar, and the Overheat misses, but the Scald does not, doing good damage to the Pyroar. The Overheat lands this time, but we are especially defensive and Water type, so it doesn't do much, and the Scald is going to be enough to take down Nurion's Pyroar and end the battle. So thank you so much for the battle this week, Nurion. I really appreciate your continued support. Really, all you guys who continue to support this channel and this series in particular, it means a lot to me. It really does. And it's so much fun getting to battle you guys week in, week out. And so I appreciate you guys continuing to do that. Alrighty guys, we got a couple more to go here, so let's jump right back into it. Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we go. We're up against Diabetic Fox, which is a new, I believe new viewer, they said. First time participating in the challenge for sure. And so Fumesy comes out as I was doing mostly this time. And then Vornado's going to come in with the Hidden Power Grass. I expected the switch into the stash when they saw it, so went for the Hidden Power Grass, and that would have been effective on everybody anyway, so I figured that was the best bet. With the Wish Cache off the field, we go for the Volt Switch, get Vornado out of there, kill the Tortuga, so that works out pretty nicely. Then Blackavar is going to come in, the Rain gets set up. We saw a lot of Rain getting set up this week, which is smart. If you've got a Water Root team, you might as well take your advantage of it. But Blackavar sets up the Home Claws, and the Poison Jab is going to be enough to take down the Mantine. The Will-O-Wisp comes in and is going to obviously damper Blackavar's ability to use its physical attacks. Attenuated Pink is using the recovers and all that, so definitely going to be able to stall us out with the burn and all that. But switches out, use the Poison Jab on Kingler, which does decent damage, but then Blackavar goes down to the Crab Hammer. Simba comes in with the Hidden Power Grass and is able to take out the Kingler, so that works out pretty nicely. And then Senurated Pink comes in, it's going to take a Hidden Power Grass as well. I figure, oh, next time we'll use the Dark Pulse, I believe is the plan. Yep, there we go. But still not enough to kill, but enough to get us in the range of death from burn, we think, until the Recover lands again. And we get the Dark Pulse there this time, and they go for the Scald, so we are still going to get the kill from the burn. So Senorita Pink goes down, and then Vornado comes in up against Lapras, and we go for the Volt Switch, come on out, switch into Depth Charge, and then they throw up the sub, and they get their leftovers back. So Depth Charge, we just start slashing at the thing, at the substitute with our Air Slash, and I think on the second turn here we are going to break it, but they are going to Thunderbolt Depth Charge to death, and so he's going to go down, at which point we bring in Vornado, and a quick Volt Switch should finish off the Lapras and end the battle. So thank you so much, Diabetic Fox, for participating this week. I really do appreciate, especially when we get new people in here, like Codeman and Diabetic Fox. It's awesome to have returning people. In fact, it's critical that we have returning people, but it is always cool to see new people pop in here as well. I love seeing that. So thank you so much for participating this week. And I like that you changed your avatar to a swimming person. That's pretty cool. So anyway, let's check out the last two battles we have for us this week. Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we go up against Scad, and if you guys have been following this series for any length of time, you know that Scad has become kind of my rival, in that I can almost never beat her. And there's a couple of you that often give me trouble, but it seems like consistently I cannot beat Scad. So always definitely look forward to these battles, because I know they will be exceptionally, wow, it's morning over here, exceptionally challenging. And so Blackavar comes in, sets up the Home Claws, able to get the Drill Run off on the Bionicle whatever thing, and able to take it down. Kia able to get the Swords Dance up and does enough to get Blackavar out. Able to get some good damage on it though, and then Vornado's able to clean up with the Hidden Power. So that works out nicely, and then we're able to Volt Switch out into Fumesy. Fumesy's going to take the Superpower, and Leviathan's going to start taking those stat boosts. The Psycho Cut is going to do some good damage to Fumesy, but we do get the burn up, which is exciting. But then Scad pulls the rest out of the bag, Resto Chesto, and unfortunately that gets rid of our burn, lets it keep its stat boost. So that's not one you see on Malamar super frequently. Of course, you don't see Malamar all that frequently to begin with, but didn't expect that. And so I was like, okay, good, we're going to get rid of this thing. But no, are we though? Rhinox comes in, takes the superpower. Leviathan gets the boost, and then is going to have enough to kill Rhinox before he gets a move off. Depth Charge is special a wall, not a physical wall, so up against Malamar doesn't really stand a chance. Vornado comes in at this point. I figure, okay, we're close enough that a Volt Switch will kill, so we go ahead and do that. Simba then comes in up against Jennifer the Polyrath, and although, is that the name of the She-Hulk? I'm sure it is. Scad's always good with his references. Got a green female Polyrath named Jennifer. I'm assuming that's the real-world alias of the She-Hulk. But Vornado comes in clutch again and is able to finish off the Poliwrath. Only one we've got left, though, and basically dead, so not going to be enough to withstand Scad's last several Pokemon and getting it, getting it done for us. So, unfortunately, as good as Vornado was, not able to pull it out, but we did pretty good against Scad this week as opposed to what we normally do. So, I'll take it. I'll take it. And we've got one last battle here this week. Thank you so much, Scad, for continuing to come back week after week and continuing to challenge me. I gotta get better at this because you kick my butt most of the time. So, here we go, guys. Let's check out the next one. Alrighty, guys, final battle for this week, and we went up against Alpha Torres, and Alpha Torres leads off with Alaskan, the Simipour, I think is what this thing is called, and does good damage to Fumsy with that Hydro Pump there. He's a physical, not a special wall, so I switch into Depth Charge, who's going to take that Hydro Pump immune, and Alaskan's back up to health there. Depth Charge trying to throw up the Toxic there, taking the Ice Beam from the Alaskan. The Grass Knot comes in, does not great damage, but better than the other was, so Depth Charge isn't going to appreciate a lot of those. And there we are, we're under half health now. We've got the Toxic going, combating the Leftovers, and we're just trying to chip away at this thing. So they decided to switch out. They switch out into their Prinplup, and Vornado's going to come in, take the Hidden Power. We're going to Volt Switch on out. Which unfortunately is not going to be enough to kill the Prinplup, but Fumsy's going to come in, take that Ice Beam, and then we're going to throw up the Sludge Bomb here, which will be enough. I don't think the crit mattered at that instance. I think Fumsy could have killed that anyway. The Love Disc comes in with the Surf, though, is going to finish off Fumsy. Vornado comes in, the Sweet Kiss misses, which is fantastic, and then we're going to Bolt Switch one-shot the Love Disc, so that works out. Rhinox comes in, and we are going to switch into Depth Charge, hoping for, I was trying to bait them into the Hydro Pump there, forgetting about the Grass Knot. That would have been equally as effective, and so I'm like, whoops, okay, so we switch into Black Valor, and we're going to take a hard Hydro Pump there, set up the Hone Claws, and we're going to go for, well, I think I was going to go for Poison Jab, forgetting that for whatever reason, I always think that the Hone Claws is going to make me faster, even though I know it doesn't. And so I went for that as opposed to Sucker Punch or whatever, which is what I should have done. Could have finished off the Alaskan a little earlier. But Jet Charge comes in, is able to wait it out. Tardy comes in, the Bionicle, Barbacle. I hate this Pokemon so much. Anyway, it kills Depth Charge. And the toxic damage continues to tick away a little bit there. Simba comes in, they switch into their Poliwrath, the Hidden Power Grass, doing pretty decent work there for us. And we're going to switch out of Simba into Vornado. The Hydro Pump's gonna, or the Scald's gonna land, and the Burn's gonna come in and do pretty decent damage there. Vornado's gonna switch out, which is gonna be enough to kill the Poliwrath. Volt Switch out, rather. Switching out wouldn't have done it, but Volt Switch certainly does. Simba comes in. Rhinox is going to take the Scald. I decided I needed Simba more than Rhinox, and so Vornado's then going to come in, Volt Switch the Pelipper, and then they're down to their Barbaracle, or whatever the heck that thing is called, and going to come in, I'm going to use the Hidden Power Grass, and finish it off once and for all. So, yeah, that's all the battles we had this week, you guys. Thank you guys so much for participating. Let's quickly figure out what we're doing next week, and then I will see you guys then. Alrighty, guys, here we go real quick, and we'll do our randomization. 1 second. Alrighty, guys, here we go. We need to randomize what we're going to be doing next week. So we need to set it 1 to 6, so let me go ahead and do that. And we'll generate, and we got a 5. Okay, well, there we go. So this next week is going to be gym number 3? Yeah, gym number 3. Had to look there. I was like, wait, how many have we done? Yeah, so gym number 3 is going to be this week, and that's going to be an NU gym, and once we breach this gym, we will then be doing battles exclusively in the RU tier until we, right? NU, the gym number 4 is RU. Yes. As we'll be doing battles in the RU tier there for a while. Alrighty, guys, let's, we also need it, so 1 through 18, we need to figure out for the Figure out for the type, so let's go ahead and do that. We got 12. 12 is the bug type gym. All right. So we are going to go ahead and be doing a bug type NU gym this week. So make sure that you guys put together your gym teams, and I will see you guys out there this week. So yeah, again, because there was some confusion in the first gym, and I think we've pretty much figured that out at this point. But just so that everything is clear, you guys are going to be the gym trainers and gym leaders of this gym, and I will randomly select one of you to be the gym leader. But you guys put together a bug type gym team. Now, I have said in the past, I think a couple of you guys took me up on it on the last gym, you know, gym leaders, I guess you probably see it more in the Elite Four, but even people like in Koga's gym or whatever, you know, you had people that weren't necessarily, it wasn't all bug types necessarily. You're allowed maybe like one ace or one, you know, exception or whatever you want to do. It's your team. I'm not going to really tell you, but it's a gym, a bug gym. And so put together your teams, and I will see you guys out there this week. As always, in the description down below, we have got you know, the time slots and everything like that, where you can find me on Showdown. For those of you guys who want to participate but have not done so already, as always, the link down in the description down below will take you to Pokemon Showdown. It's a free battle simulator. You don't have to download any software. You don't have to put in any information. You don't even really have to create an account. You could just create a name, or just pick a name. It doesn't make you come up with a password unless you want to register it. You can battle without having done any of that. So feel free to jump in there if you guys haven't done so already, and I look forward to seeing you guys out there this week. Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Gray, and you guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me, guys, and I will see you all back here next time. Alrighty, have a good one.